Welcome to the highlights of the opening display of this first test between the Windies and England. The action at Kensington Oval in Barbados. A Kensington Oval pitch that had little bits of live grass, quite patchy, and looked a little bit dark in color and damp for the beginning of this opening display. The toss was won by the Windies captain Jason Holder, and he elected to bat first. Confirmation of the two teams. John Campbell making his test match debut. The 25-year-old from Jamaica, Darren Bravo, back for his first test match in a couple of seasons. And a seam attack consisting of Gabriel, Roge, Alzari Joseph, and of course Jason Holder. And for England, they had Burns, Jennings, Bairstow. Joe Root would be leading them in this contest. Two spinners in Adil Rashid and Moeen Ali. Let's get ready for the action at the top with Nasser Hussain and Darren Ganga.
What a moment for John Campbell. Young player, a definite high point in any player's career, making your test debut. Making it in home conditions as well. Player advantage, familiarity with conditions. Although he hails from Jamaica, John Campbell. And he'll be alongside Craig Brathwaite, who will also want to start 2019 on a positive note.
And the King of Swing is there for England. Very different conditions in Sri Lanka, where he didn't have a lot of bowling to do, but there's a beautiful breeze and there's a Duke ball in his hand as well, and he is the king of that Duke's ball. He really is, Jimmy Anderson. Craig Brathwaite has struggled of late. That average has been going in the wrong direction, but when you are struggling, what you need is an opposition that you have good memories against, and he definitely has good memories against England. Headingley Test match, 130 and a 95, played brilliantly. So England will know that Brathwaite has a lot of skill and a lot of class about him. Anderson is ready. He's got a beautiful cross breeze blowing from around about fine leg, maybe square leg, so he'll shape that ball away from the right-hander. 3 slips in a gully. They're ready to play. Just opened him up there. Don't think this pitch will have a lot of pace in it. They've been watering it the last couple of days. I think they felt that they'd left it too dry. There has been a drought here in Barbados, and it's been very, very dry. They've had to get a lot of water in it, and that's why it was slightly darker in colour this morning. Yeah, just averaging 30. What are the standard of first-class pitches like? I always look at that and say, what sort of pitch are they playing on?
They've definitely improved, I must say, Nasser.
Straight away, he's off the mark. And he's going to be off the mark with a boundary as well. That will ease the nerves.
It will indeed. He's opened his account in Test cricket. John Campbell, who made his first-class debut in 2014. Nice soft hands. Just allow the ball to come to him. Something that you expect from an opening batsman.
Again, just squirted away. And again, it's going to hurry away for 4. 2 boundaries in the over for Campbell. It's 8 for none.
It will be a testing period for both openers. And there's a fair amount of moisture, and you would expect as the day progresses, this pitch will become easier for batting.
Short. Cut away, not timed, but the outfield is quick. And it runs away for another boundary. That's 3 for Campbell. Another example of how he wants to put bat to ball.
His approach gives an indication as to his state of mind. Very relaxed. He's not overawed by the situation, making his Test debut, the 317th Windies player to get to this level. And so far, he's looked good.
Oh, it's full now. Pad first, going down the leg side. Anderson and Root. And a debate. Not going to use the review, but that's the length for Anderson.
Yeah, very different from what we saw in previous deliveries. Just went a little bit fuller, maybe a little bit quicker through the air as well. Hurried John Campbell. Luckily for him, it looked like it was going down the leg side.
Too short and just dealt with. Dispatch for 4.
Sankaran not as quick as Jimmy Anderson. His delivery just stood up. John Campbell had a lot of time to look at it and then played his shot. It's good positive cricket at the top of the innings from the Windies.
Over backward point. Slashed away by Campbell. It was in the air best, though I think it is at backward point. But it went too quickly. It was too high over his left-hand shoulder.
Well, he went at this really hard, John Campbell. Really slashed it away. That's very straight. May have been pitching just outside leg.
Anderson, I think, just suggesting it was too high. It's one of the things you've got to bear in mind here at Kensington, that traditionally there's a reasonable carry and bounce from a length. Yeah, it's hit him above the flap of the pad on the thigh pad. He played that one late as well, just coming in on the angle. Danger there is if he looks to play it too hard and square, he could easily drag on because it was quite close to him, but he played it in control fashion.
Oh, a beauty.
It was kind of angled in and just held up a little off the seam. Anderson splitting his fingers on the seam and ball just wobbling down. Enough movement there to take it past the outside edge.
Nicely done. 7th boundary for Campbell. He's up to 36. The score 41.
Oh, it's a brave shot, is this? Not much idea of let's have a look.
It looks to me like he naturally wants to play positively, perhaps also thinking about putting Moeen Ali under pressure straight away. Another one, top edgy. It's not going to carry to Sam Curran, but they will come back for a couple. Beautiful shot through extra cover. He moves into the 40s.
This is a really aggressive shot. A little bit on the rise, confidence. Nothing wrong with the delivery from Ben Stokes. plenty of room in the crowd. It's a good crowd.
Edged and down to the third man boundary. 54 without loss.
Well, it's in the air, is this? Down to third man, no third man. The slip cordon between third slip and gully. Thousands here from the UK. Seen the cruise ships in as well. I can't see one just at the minute. There were 3 in yesterday.
Sweeps again. There are 2 noises given straight away. Now Campbell has just been called back by Brathwaite. He's on debut, and it's not straightforward to go and use the DRS on debut. He might have forgotten, but he's had a discussion and he's on his way.
Well, that's a shame for John Campbell. This is what he's looking for. He always is. If somebody wants to sweep against him, just ball it straight. If you miss it, you're in big trouble. I don't think there's much doubt about that, but he played so well. Just needed to steady down a touch, but Moeen Ali gets that breakthrough. Campbell just fancied him too much. He's gone for 44. He's 54 for 1.
Highly talented Shai Hope bats at number 3 for Windies. His side given a good start by John Campbell, who swept once too often. Closing in on 50 on debut. Dismissed for 44. It's a big series for Shai Hope. He's had success against England, notably those 200s, both scored at Headingley in the same test. But his form of late has not been what he wants. He has a chance in this series, and particularly in this game on this pitch right now, to put that right. The sweep that brought the downfall of John Campbell on debut. Just missed it, hit the front pad. The 2 noises were ball onto front pad and then onto back leg. No bat involved. Nice shot from Brathwaite. The outfield is quick enough. His second boundary.
Well, Brathwaite's a very watchful player, quite a defensive player. Ball a very full length outside off stump.
Flipped leg side. Bairstow is going to have to just throw it back. That might have gone all the way. For a moment it looked like it had gone straight up in the air, and Bairstow was poised quite deep for the shot, but it's in the end carried all the way for 6.
And he'll push Bairstow back there towards the giant screen. Just hitting with the spin, the middle of the bat.
Beautiful. And Stokes almost essayed a Michael Holding type kick up the ground after the ball proceeded to be halfway to the boundary.
Yeah, he realised it was in the slot. It really was. A throw down to a high-class player, and he doesn't miss out.
Gets it away from Brett Bairstow at that deep mid-wicket position. So bouts of aggression now in the second hour's batting from Craig Brathwaite, who was 5 after the first hour.
That's twice, and he's got 10 runs from it, but he was never in real control, and that's why Bairstow's out there. Just lost control of the bat face slightly through impact. England won't mind that with Bairstow just hovering at deep mid-wicket. Maybe get him a fraction straighter. Shot. Beautiful shot. That's twice now Hope has driven Stokes straight down the ground. And that was his best shot so far. Balanced, timing, had everything about it.
And what the West Indians will want to see is this guy carry on for long periods in Test match cricket, not just give them 2 fours, 2 stunning drives. They want to see 3 hours of this. Indeed it is. And lunch, says the umpire. A good morning's work for the Windies, having won the toss and elected to bat first. John Campbell, who looks towards Chris Gayle, his countryman, as one of the people he looks up to, got into the 40s on debut. And Brathwaite back to doing what Brathwaite does. Batting the entire session, 31 from 89. And the attractive Shea Hope, 14 from 38. 89 for 1, 30 overs in the session. A solid morning's work for the West Indian batsmen. 89 for 1. Brathwaite batting through the entire session, 31 from 89 deliveries. John Campbell, an attractive 44 on Test match debut, and a 14 not out to Shea Hope. Sam Curran opened the bowling with Jimmy Anderson. Neither were able to make any breakthroughs. In fact, the wicket that was picked up went to the off-spinner Moeen Ali, 1 for 32.
Anderson it will be from the Malcolm Marshall end. Called a decent enough spell at the start of play for the first hour. $100 up for the Windies. An excellent foundation they've set this morning at the Kensington Oval. Why the man is out there. Just every so often Adil Rashid will send down a long hop. Saves the boundary, but it's a single that brings up the 50 partnership between 2 players who enjoy batting together.
This time he does get it away. Missed out in the previous over. This was a slightly better ball. Doesn't miss out this time.
Played that with really nice fast hands. Bit of extra bounce. Right on top and nice full swing of the bat.
Nice drive, beautiful drive. Well, this over is going to dent the economy of Jimmy Anderson. He'd only gone for 6. Oh, they love it. The crowd love it. 2 boundaries in the over, high-class boundaries.
And that last one, fair enough. Get up there looking for some swing. And you met with a good shot. Good stride in. Got over it nicely.
There's that movement, fraction fuller, and he'd nicked that just back of a length, and he missed it.
And as expected, he's getting a little bit more bounce than Jimmy Anderson.
Just that angle with Stokes, what I was talking about in the last over, just opens you up. You think it's coming in because he's leaning away, and then it goes the other direction. That's what Brathwaite's telling Hope.
Got him. Soon as we've shown the 100, Ben Stokes the man to deliver for England.
Well, he finds a great length here. Decent carry from an outside defensive edge from Craig Brathwaite, who's played very thoughtfully, responsibly, and he's been undone by Ben Stokes. Bit of an enforcer, that's a fuller length. Up at the top of the bat. Nicely through to first slip. Josh Butler there, and yet again it's Ben Stokes. Breaks a partnership. Brathwaite has gone for 40. The Windies 126 for 2.
Darren Bravo returns to the test match scene. Uncomfortably off the mark. Finger goes up, and Stokes has another one. No consultation for a review. So a return to test match cricket for Darren Bravo does not go as well as he would have hoped.
Beware Ben Stokes when he gets a little taste. His first wicket was full of length. This is fuller. Right up there, batsman squared up. Feet pointing down the pitch. There's the finger. Ben Stokes irresistible once again. Decent start by the West Indies, but they've just lost 2 quickly. Darren Bravo has gone for 2. It's 128 for 3.
The tall, slim figure of Roston Chase joins Shea Hope. Another one of the Windies batsmen who struggled in 2018, struggled when the West Indies last confronted England in England in 2017. Very well bowled, good pace as well, 140 kilometers per hour, 132 for 3. Definitely raining now. That strong wind pushing the rain quickly from east to west. And crowd starting to disperse in the 3W stand. Shea Hope feeling a little unsettled, as he knows, is very aware of the inclement weather. The umpire wants to keep going, Shea does not.
Well, he's waited and waited and waited, Shea Hope. Chris Gaffney said get on with it. It's raining harder and the rain's winning.
Just heard news coming through that an early tea will be taken, in fact, so it might be a smart thing to do given the expanse of covers coming on to the field, and it won't eat into any playing time with the break being taken now. So at tea, the West Indies had moved on to 132 for 3, 2 wickets falling in that session. Brathwaite, after a solid innings, went for 40, and of course Darren Bravo on his return to test match cricket, LBW to Stokes for 2. 2 wickets for 43 in a shortened session interrupted by rain. Both those wickets going to Ben Stokes. Impressive, 2 for 33.
Shea Hope has played nicely. There's good memories against England. 42 at the moment. Either side of that Headingley game, he has not scored a test match 100. He has 3 ODI 100s back to back recently, so he's in good nick. Just needs to convert and start again after a break. That's the end of that over. 132 for 3. In the air, but there's no one out there, and it goes away for 4. Hope moves to 47.
Well, he's tried that delivery 2 or 3 times, Sam Curran, and he just hasn't got the pace on this pitch. His business is getting right up there looking for LBW and nicks. Can't see there being too much for that short delivery here.
Oh, well stopped. That would have been 50 for Hope, but because of Anderson's brilliance at extra cover, saved 3 runs, and Stokes applauds that bit of fielding. No, too high. Driven nicely. He's waited for that pitch-up delivery and he's put it away for 4. Punched away off the back foot. Don't think it will go for 4, but it's enough to bring up a 50 for Shea Hope. He loves batting against England, he really does. Sobers described him as class in the week, and that is a high-class innings so far. 148 for 3.
Lovely stride, bend of the knee. Not quite going to the fence. Umpires just wanted to check that there was no part of Bairstow touching the boundary edge as he flicked that ball back in. Hit Ali for a 6 and a 4 over mid-wicket, and once again Ali comes into the attack and he's greeted with an aggressive stroke. A good one from Roston Chase.
Drift on that, but times someone like a Roston Chase, you look at the teams against which he scored his test match hundreds. Pakistan with the Aziz Shah right here on this ground in 2017, 100 against India. When you see him place the ball like this, there's a real class, particularly against slow bowling, a competence, I should say, even though he struggled in Bangladesh, surprisingly.
You can see there's a bit of curve in the air for Moeen Ali, but he's got to try and get him to pitch. Beautifully bowled. A threat to the outside edge again. Is encouraging that drive. You can see the curve. I think Roston Chase's bat just touched the ground as he missed the drive, and if there was a noise, it was from that. Certainly no outside edge.
Runs for Hope, 4 of them, and the last year in the away games strike rate has gone up to 92, which tells you something.
Yeah, it tells you a lot, doesn't it, about English conditions, for example, but also about the economy rate that Anderson must bowl with, because if his strike rate is in the 90s, did you say, and his average is still in the mid-20s, which is pretty impressive. Oh, that was pretty impressive and came from nowhere. Austin Chase just standing, delivering, and sending Moeen Ali back over his head for 6. 172 for 3. Inside edge, key wicket this. Shai Hope stands there. He knows this is a big opportunity missed. 57 is a decent score, but it's not the 100 that West Indies will be looking for today on this decent batting surface. And England now have their 4th wicket.
Just came back slightly, maybe with the angle. Hope playing away from his body, and he's toiled, Anderson. He's toiled. 16.2 overs, very economical, and picked up an important wicket. 57 to Hope, 174 for 4.
Shai Hope, the last of them to go for 57, and that brings Shimron Hetmyer to the crease to join Roston Chase.
Nicely worked into the leg side. Hetmyer will at least pick up a couple and settle for that. All the word going into the Test series was about the consistency or lack of from West Indies batsmen. Well, they've been consistent today. They got good starts. Catch is the cry, and it's shelled at extra cover, and it is Buttler of all people.
Has a smile, Shimron Hetmyer. You'd rarely get a chance like this at this level. Had to dive to his right. Just couldn't hold on.
There's a smile from Hetmyer, a grimace from Anderson. And that's a rarity. Buttler, a keeper by trade as well. Normally got a very safe pair of hands. Down the ground, high, wide and handsome. What a lovely shot from Hetmyer. And Josh Buttler will not enjoy watching that.
If he hangs around, he'll score quickly. Hetmyer. I remember him scoring a quick fire 93 against Bangladesh in his last Test match. He likes to go through that mid-on, deep mid-wicket region, especially against the spin bowlers. Sometimes he tries to overhit the ball. On this occasion, he got to the pitch of it.
That's a gorgeous shot. That has beaten Buttler, this time on the floor.
He's such a fluent player, Shimron Hetmyer. Always looks very relaxed at the crease. He will be smiling while batting. Doesn't really think too much when he's out there. Gets to the pitch of it, gets a good stride in.
Nicely placed into the gap. At no point did he try and butcher that to the boundary. That was all timing.
On most occasions throughout the course of his innings, Roston Chase, he's found the gap, especially when driving the ball. And this is another such occasion. Over pitching outside the off stump, making the accommodation for the slide turn. And just look at the placement between extra cover and mid-off.
Well, he's a free-flowing player, and he has just banged Adil Rashid straight into the 3W stand. Fantastic shot.
Courageous. That's his style. And if you've seen Hetmyer play, He's grown accustomed to 6 hitting. That was a fine cricket shot. Didn't try to go through the onside. Picked this one actually. It was the wrong on. Move along off. Classy looking shot from Hetmyer.
Mid-off is still up, but hanging a bit deeper. We've got a few more here. Anderson is off in hot pursuit, but cannot do anything about it. A flourish to the end of Adil Rashid's first over back. It's gone for 16, 210 for 4.
Hetmyer racing to 28 of 24. His partnership already 36. Good awareness as well. Didn't try to hit it in front of point. Used the pace and got the result.
That's better. And Ruston chases 750 in Test cricket. Comes up. He's played well. It's taken him a while, but he's done what he had to do. That's the one that comes back. And played fine enough to pick up a boundary. Wanted to start that one more on the stumps, Curran.
This time, new ball counts, timely wicket. And it's Anderson yet again. Give him a new ball, so dependable. And nick and gone.
He is a class act, Jimmy Anderson, no question about it. Just have a look at how he's set up Ruston Chase. The previous delivery angling in. And then this one just moving away. Ruston Chase had no response. Was just fiddling outside the off stump even when he was well set on 54. I think there's something behind the line, so he should be okay. An important wicket, you would say, for England at this stage of the day's play. The second wicket in this session. Again, the captain, Joe Root, not making a mistake. Pouching it safely into his hands. And wicket number 2 for Jimmy Anderson in this innings.
Shane Dowrich. And a slapping shot through cover brings 4.
Hetmyer was put down when he was on 3. Josh Butler didn't quite hold on. Again, this one is played uppishly through that cover region.
Hetmyer moves on to 42.
Not Hetmyer. He will continue in his aggressive style.
Another super shot is this. Look at that little bit of swing. And the confidence of the lad to just hit it straight back where it's come from, leg side. 250 for 5. 6 overs to go. Oh, a blow, it's in the air. Anderson claims it, and he's gone.
Another wicket, an important one for England. The slip cordon, they had a little bit of hesitation as to who will take the catch. In the end, they laid all fares. Jos Buttler was the man who took the catch. This was a leg cutter that probably bounced a little bit too much for Shane Dorridge. Found himself in no man's land. Took his eyes off the ball. Presented a simple catch. And another Jimmy Anderson wicket. Norwich has gone without scoring. It's 250 for 6 now.
This will be 4. They scored the wicket on the offside. And an eye-catching 50. Shimron Hetmyer.
His 5th in Test match cricket, back-to-back 50s. The last one being his highest score in Test match cricket against Bangladesh, 93. Missed out on what would have been his maiden Test match century. But remember, he was let off when he was on 3. Jos Buttler couldn't quite hold on, so England paying the price of that let off.
Long reach. He has these trigger movements you can see in his stance, Jason Holder. The first thing he does, his back foot goes back and across towards the stumps. Watch the levers here, that's way wide, but he gets out there.
The other important thing is he was trying to hit it squarer rather than straighter because of the wideness on that delivery. Didn't try to overhit it.
Plays that well. Good delivery from Anderson, and it's soft defensive play. Not jabbing at the ball, so it goes down. And bounces before that slip corner. Oh, gone. Oh, that is a golden wicket for England, and it's Anderson again, picks up his 4th. Tame shot straight back to him.
But I called it too early. Jason Holder on Fox. Again, this one swinging away. He got into stride and then just held his shot back. Popped a simple catch to Jimmy Anderson. Yeah, was caught on the crease. What a finish for Anderson. His 4th wicket of the innings.
5 for Holder, 261 for 7. And gone! Wonderful period for England after this new ball. All smiles, great joy. Evidence that this pitch is getting a little bit quicker. England on the charge.
Windies batting imploding at the moment. Some good deliveries. This one took off. Kima Roach couldn't quite take his hands down in time. And Joe Root making no mistake yet again, his 3rd catch of the innings. Wicket number 3 for Ben Stokes. He's gone without scoring. Windies 264 for 8. And the umpires, they've called play.
Well, a wonderful finish to the day for England here. And fitness telling, great leader in Jimmy Anderson. And Sam Curran took that new ball and Joe Root took him out of the attack. Give it to Ben Stokes, get some aggression in there. And West Indies, the Windies were going so well at 240 for 4. England take the new ball and it's been transformed as this game. 264 for 8.
So England finished day 1 in a very solid position. That final session and that second new ball proving to tilt the balance of power. Half centuries throughout the middle of the Windies innings. 57 to Hope, 54 to Ruston Chase, 56 not out for Shimron Hetmyer, and 40 at the top for Brathwaite. No one yet able to kick on to a significant score. 264 for 8, the destroyer-in-chief, Jimmy Anderson. He labored throughout the day not in any other way, but the fact that he was putting in the effort. 4 for 33, that second new ball, bringing him 3 wickets. 3 wickets as well for Ben Stokes, who picked up 2 in the middle of the day. Very impressive from England seamers with their discipline.